Leaf fans, Leaf hockey is back. And I understand it, this game didn't go the way we all would have wanted it to go, but it's preseason. It's not about wins and losses. It's looking at the young guys, kind of getting a look at them. People who come in on pro tryouts, kind of getting a look at them. Guys like that. So we're going to break down kind of some certain players, how they played, how they looked, just to talk about this. First off, the Leafs lose 6-2 to the Ottawa Senators. And the goalies we saw Curtis McElhinney, 4 goals on 12 shots. Wasn't all that great. Garrett Sparks came in, gave up 2 goals on 14 shots, gave up a couple early ones, but then settled down in the third period, not allowing a goal. But I think the even though it was a loss to Leaf fans, seeing Austin Matthews and William Nylander score goals today is nice. It's a sigh of relief. It's like, oh, they haven't lost their touch. They're still studs. They're still Leafs. That's all that matters, right? So Matthews scored. It was a snipe. It was gorgeous. Both goals were on the power play. Connor Brown and Morgan Rielly assisted Austin Matthews' goal, and Morgan Rielly and Austin Matthews assisted Nylander's goal. So Morgan Rielly, we're looking for that big season out of him. Got to stay healthy, though. He had 2 assists in this game. Matthews with 2 points. And just great to see those type of players doing well. Now, we also had some guys auditioning. Guys like Calle Rosen is a guy that the Leafs brung over, or him and Anders Borgman. They signed those 2 guys in the offseason, and they were kind of guys like, they could crack the roster. They could be deep AHL players that could get called up easy. But I was really impressed. I was really, really impressed. With Calle Rosen today. I thought he was, even though he was a -2, he was on the power play. Looks like he likes to shoot the puck quite a bit on the power play. He's got a good slap shot. And it's always nice to have a player with an accurate and hard shot on the point. That's the thing with what we saw with Dion Phaneuf back in the day. He had a hard shot, but he never hit the net. Never did. So it was kind of useless. Guys like Dominic Moore, Zach Hyman, those guys were on the penalty kill. It was nice to see that going. Even though, where was it? Ottawa was only 1 for 6 on the power play, so it wasn't a bad job by the penalty killing there. But again, like I said, I was very impressed with Morgan Rielly, Austin Matthews, William Nylander, those type of players. Otherwise, though, guys like Timothy Liljegren, another guy coming into camp, people are like, What's going to happen with him? I don't expect him to crack the Leafs roster. I'm pretty sure he's going to end up with the Marlies to start the season and just kind of go from there. It's already been, I wouldn't say 100% confirmed, but more or less confirmed that he will not be back in Sweden. So it looks like he will be with the Marlies. That's my opinion. If he does surprise and he improves and he looks really good in the preseason games, then who knows? Maybe he will crack the roster. I don't think so, but it's always nice to have him there and get a good look at him. Ron Hainsey, I thought he was pretty good in this one. Travis Dermott looked he was having a few rushes here and there. But overall, not a great game if you're looking at it from a Leafs game perspective. A few guys were good, but overall, wasn't all that great. I thought, like I said with Liljegren, a lot of Leaf fans are gonna watch him closely. I was a little bit more, and I did see a little things like he shouldn't be pitching there, and I think it did lead to one of their goals, the Mark Stone goal. But, it's going to happen. The guy's so young. He's 18 years old. Come on. It's not like it's Austin Matthews, first overall, and you want this guy to be amazing now. Liljegren was drafted 17th by the Leafs. Give this kid some time. Give him some time. We didn't see Freddie Anderson obviously in this game. We didn't see JVR, Bozak, Kadri. We didn't see me. That's going to happen, though. Like, next game, you might not see Austin Matthews, but you'll see Kadri, right? It's a mix-and-match game. So even if the Leafs go, I don't know how many games they play, like 6 or 7 games, probably within the division, so it's probably like 6. No, it'll be 7. Or, I don't know, whatever. However many numbers or how many games there are, you won't see the Leafs roster in stone probably one of those games. You're going to, at least every single game you're going to be like, oh, yep, Kadri's not playing, or, oh, Nylander's not playing, or, oh, Freddie's not starting, right? It's going to be one or the other. So don't look at the Leafs record. If the Leafs go 0-7 or how many ever games they play, don't look at that. Because nobody's playing, the team's not playing together. We're just trying to get a look at guys. So that's really what it is. I was very impressed with some players. You see the upside in Timothy Liljegren. You watch him, you're like, a little bit of mistakes there, but he's got lots of offensive upside. He's a great skater, and he just looks good. He looks really smooth out there. Just got to work on him defensively, and I think he'll be a very, very solid player for this team. Roman Polak was the guy the Leafs signed on a pro trial. We didn't see him today, but again, you might see him tomorrow, right? So again, 7:30 puck drop again tomorrow night against Ottawa, but in Toronto this time. It'll be at the Air Canada Center. All right, so we're gonna see some different players. That's gonna be that. All right, so I'm pumped to keep watching these preseason games because I love looking at these new players and saying, all right, let's watch you. Okay, that was a good play. Watching these small things from these players like Dominic Moore. I think he looked pretty darn good tonight. That was just my opinion. I really liked him out there. I liked the forechecking pressure. He's obviously great in the faceoffs. We know all about that, and he's great in the penalty kill. Him and Zach Hyman, I think, are going to do work on the penalty kill this year. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, with that being said, the Leafs did lose 6-2 to the Ottawa Senators, and that's not so great. And McElhinney is your backup, and he let 4 goals on 12 shots. But it's his first game. Let's be quiet. And let's just watch this and have an open mind. Because if McElhinney comes out in the next start and doesn't allow a goal, be like, that's more like him. He wasn't great today. Garrett Sparks was all right. The whole team overall was meh, but it's the first preseason game. Doesn't really matter right now, right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed this video and you enjoy Leafs hockey being back on even though they lost 6-2, hit that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit that subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below. Who impressed you tonight? Who didn't look so great? Let me know what you guys thought about that. What do you think about Timothy Liljegren from what you've seen today and what you saw within the rookie tournament and all that kind of stuff? And we'll talk to you guys tomorrow night, Jays edition, as they're back at home taking on the Kansas City Royals. Marcus Stroman getting the hill in Game 1 of that 3-game series as we're wrapping up the Jays season. And Leafs edition, preseason Game 2, Leafs Senators. That is tomorrow night, 7:30 puck drop. Like I said, back at the Air Canada Center for the first time this year. It's exciting. Leafs hockey is back. Talk to you guys then.